A shocking message from one of our top exchanges suggests that exchanges basically have about 9 months of supply left for Bitcoin, and that's it. So we're going to jump into that in this video. What does that mean for Bitcoin and the price? We're going to get into that. Smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm cryptoFOXXY. Thank you so much for tuning in. So supply shock. Um, 9 months left of Bitcoin supply on exchanges. So let's have a look at this. So Bybit warns about a possible supply shock for Bitcoin. The alert comes amid high expectations for the Bitcoin halving and a record diminishing Bitcoin supply on exchanges. On April 15th, Bybit published a report making bold claims regarding Bitcoin's available supply in the crypto market. According to the company's research team, the 2 million Bitcoin standing in exchange reserves will only last about 9 more months. So that is extremely interesting. I didn't know that the supply was that shook, but it does make a lot of sense. We've seen a lot of inflows into the market with Bitcoin ETFs, and Bybit assumes a daily inflow of about 500 million into Bitcoin spot ETFs. This would hypothetically result in 7,142 Bitcoin outflow from exchanges, ending within the 9 month suggested period. But however, there is a twist to this as well. Bitcoin halving effects over the newly issued supply. The block subsidy halving may diminish the reserves inflow from Bitcoin miners, fueling a potential supply shock. So basically, Bitcoin miners aren't getting rewarded as much. They could potentially hold on to the Bitcoin that they do earn in anticipation of it going up because of the supply issue. And then in turn, they could basically sell it for a much larger profit down the road. So Bitcoin miners are not the single source of supply for Bitcoin inflows to exchange reserves. The cryptocurrency currently has 19.68 million Bitcoin already circulating, held by investors, traders, users, and institutions. However, I do know that some of that Bitcoin has been in a dormant wallet, and there are multiple dormant wallets as well that we can basically write off some of that Bitcoin as being either lost or inaccessible. But most of these units are held liquid, which means that they can become a supply inflow to exchanges at any moment. People could, see the see the price moving up and, want to realize their profits and take profits off the table. So diminishing supply facing an increased demand may cause prices to rise. Meanwhile, a rising price may encourage traders and investors to realize profits, like I mentioned, and deposit to exchanges to sell. So we have different factors coming into play here. So this is basically exchange reserves have been kept between 2 and 3 million since April of 2021 for over 3 years. However, we did just go through a pretty massive crypto winter. So Bitcoin halving could potentially intensify the current downtrend of exchange reserves, which may positively impact its price. Positive price action balances the suggested supply shock with a renewed inflow, following investors' potential rising interest to sell and realize profits. So we kind of have this circle going on right now. So just because there's only, say 2 million, there's only 9 months left of Bitcoin on exchanges, we are still going to see people deposit it to exchanges with intentions to sell, take profits, and that kind of thing. So we'll have more Bitcoin basically cycling in. Despite the study's forecast of only 9 months left, organic market dynamics may prevent that from happening. So, it's something that it's worth watching. However, I don't think in the long run, it's going to eventually be an issue. It's going to eventually be that, MicroStrategy is going to buy it all up, and we're not going to have basically enough left for exchanges. But there's always going to be that supply and demand factor. If somebody's wanting to pay this much for Bitcoin, this person's going to want to sell it for that profit, right? It's all comes down to money and how much you're willing to pay. But that's what I got for you guys in this video. I just want to thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.